Okay, so hopefully this will be of help to see where you went wrong and for you to practice this in your own time. Okay, so most of you got this first one correct. It was fairly simple. So um, calculate the equilibrium price for quantity. So we just had to balance these formulas out. So 90 minus 10p equals minus 30 plus 30p. Then obviously we get rid of that minus and add 30 to both sides. So 120 minus 10p equals 30p. Then we add the 10p to either side. So we've got 40p and 120, and then we divide both sides by 40 to leave us with the p. So 120 divided by 40, and that will leave us with €3. Okay, and we also needed to work out the quantity, which one or two of you forgot about. So we just substitute the 3 now into one of these formulas. So I'm going to do it for quantity demanded. So 90 minus 10p equals 90 minus 30 equals, okay, because we've put 3 in there, so 10 times 3, 90 minus 30, so equals 60, okay, and put it in the right figures, so it's 6,000 because it's in that quantity. Okay, so that was the first one, fairly simple. Okay, the second question, fairly simple again. All we need to do is use the formulas we've got up here. QD equal 90 minus 10p and QS equals minus 30 plus 30p, and then we just substitute those in there. So that would be 80, 70, 60, 50 and 40, and this would be 0, 30, 60, 90, 120. Now just about all of you got this right, but let's just copy the formula just to see, so you can see one of them. So that would be minus 30 plus 30 and then p, but it's 1, so it's just minus 30 plus 30 equals 0, and here minus 30 plus, so 30 times 2 is 60, gives us 30, and so on. So fairly simple for that one as well. So moving on again. So C was pretty simple. I think some of you overcomplicated it. We've got the information in the table above, so €4, the price has gone up. So all we had to do was see how much is demanded and how much is supplied at €4. So 50 is demanded and 90 supplied. So there's more being supplied than demanded, so there's excess supply, so we just need to work out the difference between supply and demand. So 90 minus 50, okay, 90 minus 50 equals 40, okay, and because it's in hundreds, that would be 4,000 sacks. Again, D, pretty simple, the total cost to the government. So we've got our 4,000 sacks, that's 4,000 extra is being provided, and the government's guaranteeing the price of €4. So in order to keep this €4 per sack price, they're going to have to buy these 4,000 sacks, okay, at a cost of €4, and that equals 16,000 euros. Okay, so again, fairly simple. And let's move on to E. So again, fairly simple. We just needed the formula. So price elasticity demand equals percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. Okay, again, we've got this detail in the table. Okay, so the change in quantity demanded goes from 60 to 50, so there's a change of 10, and we do the original to find out the percentage. And then the price goes from 3 to 4, so a change of 1, and the original is 3. So again, some of you still need to work out percentages, which is quite scary. So remember to work out the percentage. Change equals the change divided by the original number. Okay, so percentage change in quantity demanded was 10 divided by the original number 50, and then that's divided by the percentage change in price. So the change was 1 because we go from 3 to 4, 1, and the original price was 3, so divided by 3. So that gives us so minus 16.6 divided by 33.3 as a percentage, and that gives us minus 0.5. So that is the answer. Okay, so moving on to F. So again, should have been a really easy answer, and it was for most of you. So the original formula was 90 minus 10p, and this says the price of tea which causes the demand for coffee in Atlantis to increase by 40 sacks at all prices, so 4,000, so this is in hundreds. So therefore, because it's the price of tea which causes demand for coffee in Atlantis to increase at all prices, we're talking about this variable A. Okay, so this is the variable that doesn't change. Okay, this is the all to do with elasticity and the slope. This is where the demand curve starts, so the Q-intercept. So basically we just add 40 to 90, so the new one moves to 130 minus 10p. Dead simple. And then moving down is asking us the new price and quantity at this new formula. So again, we go 130 minus 10p, and then we balance it out with the quantity supplied function, 30p. Okay, again, there's not a lot of space here, so apologies for that. So again, add to both sides, so 160, and we add 10p to both sides equals 40p, and then we've got 160 over 40 equals p, which equals €4. Okay, and then we need to work out the quantity from that, so we just put the €4 into the one of the formulas, so we'll put it onto 130 minus 10p equals, so that's one of our correct answers, 130 minus 10p, so 130 minus 40 equal 90, which in the hundreds is 9,000 sacks. Dead simple. And then finally on this page H, calculate the effect on the cost of the guaranteed price for the government. Okay, so because this has changed, the government guarantees a price of €4. The equilibrium price is €4, so it doesn't cost them anything because there is not a surplus. When we're in equilibrium, supply equals demand, and there isn't a surplus, so there is zero cost as the equilibrium price is equal to €4, which is the minimum price. So they don't have to spend anything. So dead simple there. Okay, so pause there for a second and I'll join you in a second. Okay, so in the exam we change this to per sack. Okay, and this is all about a specific tax, so we just need to change our formula around a little bit. So we're going to use the same ones as we started off with. So we've got quantity demanded equals quantity supplied, so 90 minus 10p. Okay, but that's going to be price for consumers because we're talking about demand. And remember, because it's a specific tax, or even if we're talking about subsidies, we're going to have a different price for consumers and a different price for producers. So we need to reflect that in our formulas now. So 30 plus 30, and instead of p, that's going to be pp. Okay, so let's carry on balancing this formula. Now we've changed that, so 90 minus, I'm going to do this bit by bit so everyone can keep up with where you are. Obviously some of you are going to be able to do a few of these changes in one line, okay, but we're going to do one change at a time. So PC, so minus 30 plus 30, so we need to change this to PC or PP on both sides. So we know that the tax is €3, so the producer price must be whatever the consumer price is minus 3. Okay, so we're going to add the 30 to both sides. 120 minus 10 PC equals 30 PC minus 3. Then we're going to work out the PC3, so we go 120 minus 10 PC equals 30 minus 90, so we've times 3 there by 30, okay, to leave us just with 30 PC there. And then we need to add the 90 to both sides, so we've got 210 minus 10 PC equals 30 PC, and then we need to finally get rid of the 10 PC on that side, so we're going to add that to this side, so we've got 40 PC equals 210. So then to get what the consumer price is, 210 divided by 40, okay, and that gives us €5.25. Okay, but we also need to work out what the producer price is, and that's dead simple because we know producer price equals PC minus 3, so we know the consumer price is 5.25 minus 3, that gives us €2.25. Okay, so that's your 2 marks there. And then simply for the next one we need to work out the equilibrium quantity, so we just need to plug in the equilibrium price for one of our formulas. So I'll do both just to show you. Quantity demanded equals 90 minus 10 PC. Remember, each one's got a different price now, so we need to keep that as we're going forward. So 90 minus 10, 5.25, so that equals 37.5, and quantity supplied equals minus 30 plus 30 pp, and then we can just again minus 30 plus 30 over 2.2 times by 2.25, and that gives us 30 plus 67.5, and that leaves us with 37.5 again. And just seeing that we've got both on there, and obviously 37.5, it's in hundreds, so it's 3,750 sacks. Okay, so